I want to record this real quickly. Fair use.
Stress is no such thing. Stress is a program. Anything that ties into the mental health facility is a program, man.
Suicide. The suicide.
They got, look, when I went, do you hear voices? No, I don't hear voices. Now let's go to the next stage. Okay, we done did all these evaluations, but man, they did so many psychological reports on me, man. I broke all their pens. They was like, oh, I thought you said tip with you. I thought you said a tip with you. They was just tripping, man. I'm like, why won't these people just run me in the trial? Like, okay, it's just a, man, they was tripping on this.
Now, because the trial, then you allow discovery, and then you'd be exposing what they did, and they don't want that in the court.
No, they don't.
Bro, you would never hear, look, I'm probably the longest running federal pretrial detainee in federal court history. No one
Power development
has ever caught a federal case and sat there for 5 or 6 years without a trial. If you find one, let me know. That's unheard of. They gonna get you in your 100 years and get your ass out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I know if I catch a case, I'm calling you, Ace, and be my appointed attorney.
Look, I've been look, soon as this case was over with, when I went back to Springfield, I said, oh, they're going to try to commit me on some bogus stuff. She said, well, if they're talking medication, tell them they need to call me. But for 6 years, I promise you, we never went into a court hearing. In every court hearing we went into, Anita, I said, this is what we're going to do. And that's all we did. You bet not say nothing else. That's all we did. Me and that lawyer, for the time we started, man, at the end, she was like, man, if I get my own practice, could you get me? I said, yeah. She just fell in love with me, man. She was like, man, you the best. I said, man, you got to let your hair down. Quit being a public defender. You need your own practice. Man, look, I was the most successful case you ever had as a public defender. I walked out of there. It took me a while, but I walked out.
Out.
Can I ask you a question? In the prison population, I think it's 2 million. How many of those people you believe are there because they committed a crime or because the computer committed a crime?
All of them. All of them.
Everybody there that I know, and if you told all the deals I went in there, from the juvenile to all the way to, I was doing stretches. I did like 30 years total. I came out finally in 2007, and I ain't looked back.
Good for you.
Because when I came out in 2000 and was out 54 days and caught that first bank robbery, 54 days, I caught the first bank robbery. When I got out and caught the second, I said, I know this program so good. I know it good. And they kept, I said, look, I would ride by banks. I'd be in the car with somebody, and they would be driving.
Yeah, they try to set you up for crimes.
Like this, there they go.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, hell
Tapping on the window.
They kept doing me like that. They
trying to set you up.
Remember, I knew this before I left out. Remember, I went through all the torture.
So did they, listen, I need to understand. Did they alter your reality when they did this?